When I was a kid, I liked the Care Bears. Now, going by my analytics, I think if you're watching my videos, you probably know who the Care Bears are, but just in case you don't, I'll just explain. So, they started out as these characters in greeting cards released in 1981, and then in 1983 they were released as plushie toys. And then in 19, I think from 1985 to 1988, they were a cartoon. And what they were these like little multicolored bears with little designs on their tummies, right? And each of the design on their tummy would give kind of a little, I guess, like it would kind of be an aspect or indicate their personality, almost in some ways like their power, their ability, but aspects of their personality. So, for example, one bear had a little lock on his tummy, and he was really good at keeping secrets. If you told him something, your secret's safe with him, whatever, right? And there was one that had a storm cloud. He's maybe my favorite one, and he was always like the pessimist. He was like the Nietzsche bear, I guess. But anyway, so there are also these characters called the Care Bear cousins who were just they looked similar to the Care Bears, but they were different animals. Like you had an elephant, I think is like Strongheart. There was like the leader of them, I think was Braveheart. He was a lion. I mean, it was a bit of a cash grab, but it was fun. All right. So there were three movies released, and I never saw the third movie because I liked the Care Bears, but I wasn't like a huge ultra fan. And even the first and second movie kind of conflicted a little bit with because they told the origin of the Care Bear cousins, but that's not important. But the second movie I really liked. So first thing about the second movie, I think it's actually just called Care Bears Movie Two. It has this song "Forever Young," which is like a sweet, adorable, lovely song that even now I like to listen to.
Hello, friend. It's good to be with you. Time is standing still. Our love shines true and bright. It always will. My
And unironically, I think it's a very sweet song. I think I may just like songs that are called Forever Young because I like the Alphaville song that's Forever Young. I like the Rod Stewart song that's Forever Young. I think Bob Dylan has a song that's Forever Young. This is not the same song, but apparently I like songs with that title. But the movie is really bizarre. And I'm not saying this from the perspective like an adult looking back at it and kids would get it. Well, I am looking at it from the perspective of adult looking back at it because, but no, the movie's bizarre. Okay, so I don't want to get too much in the plot. But basically, the Care Bears are kind of like superheroes in a way where they show up and if people are having problems, kids, they're like, we're going to do positivity. We're going to help you through this. If you're depressed, let's talk. Let's see how you can have friends. We can be your friends. We can be an ear to help you listen. If you have issues with your family, whatever, right? And it's a very positive, whatever cartoon. So in the movie, there are these two kids at this camp who they're like the rejects of the camp, and they're like outsiders and they're sad. And who shows up? Well, the Care Bears are being distracted because they're trying to catch this spirit called I think his name is Darkheart. So Darkheart shows up at the camp because he's figured out a way to distract the Care Bears, and he shows up at the camp and goes to these two children and with like a Faustian deal. He's like, "I will make you the best at everything. You'll be the best, running, swimming, and you will be popular." Well, one of the kids takes the deal, the other one doesn't because he's like, I'm not taking this. This is evil. So there's like it's a Faustian bargain. So of course there's going to be a downside. And this Darkheart, I think his name is Darkheart. I should have looked, but he starts essentially possessing the kids at the camp and causing strife. And when I say possessing, I'm not really like exaggerating. He's actually like possessing the children and causing them to misbehave or influencing them in a negative way. Maybe not like actually like possessing them, like, but like, causing them to fight and whatever and sowing chaos. So the Care Bears they go to fight him, and in their fight, because the Care Bears have this thing where they can kind of shoot like rays at them, he's shooting like evil rays, and the rays go off, and it hits the little girl who agrees to this stuff, who he made the deal with, and it like damages her soul or something, and she's about to die in this movie. Seriously, she's about to die, and they can't save her. And the only way they can get save her is basically so Darkheart, who kind of grows a fondness for this girl because she's the only one who kind of she's like nice to him, and she's the first one who's ever showed, I guess, like any sense of care. He cares for her, and they all have to basically say like the only way we can save her is through the power of caring and love, kind of like the Tinkerbell, believe in fairies thing, and they save her. So Darkheart, I keep saying Dark. I really hope his name is Darkheart. Darkheart, he's like he turns over a new leaf and he decides to become a little boy. All right. Now the thing I'm leaving out here is that Darkheart is essentially, and maybe I'm not leaving it out, but he's a shape-shifting demon with glowing red eyes.
Oh, we're terribly sorry.
Can we give you a hand?
Let's give him a big hug.
Oh,
No! Get away from me! Keep your kindness and affection to yourself.
It's Darkheart.
Yes!
He's a shape-shifting demon with glowing red eyes who has like this dark realm, and they never really explain any of this. So the Care Bears were fighting a shape-shifting demon with black magic. Well, that's essentially what was going on. I mean, they didn't paint it that way because this is the mid 80s and this was coming right after the Satanic Panic, but that was basically what was going on in this movie. And when I look back at it, it's kind of awesome. I mean, it really is kind of awesome that they made a movie with this. And I don't know, the people in the writing room had to know that basically this was going on. I mean, they were like, is he a demon? No, no, no. He's a cloud being who can do magic. So, yeah, that's what that movie is. I'm not saying it's a great movie, but yeah, what I described is pretty much what happens in the movie. If you've never seen it, watch it with your kids. I mean, if you have kids, there'll be parts where there's kind of scary for kids maybe, but it's I mean, you can watch it's a perfectly fine movie to watch with kids. You'll see it and you'll see the fact that it's a shape-shifting creature from hell. But your kids won't see that. They'll just be like, colorful, cute bears fighting a mean guy. Anyway.